Let's talk about entering the United States on a B1, B2, or ESTA over and over. Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States at our offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. I shot a TikTok video the other day that got a little bit of a controversy going on it. If you're not following us on TikTok, you should go over to @immigrationhacking. That's our handle on TikTok. And I made a video in which I suggested that it's a bad idea for non-U.S. citizens, non-green card holders, to enter the United States over and over in the same year on a B1, B2 visit visa or on ESTA, which is the visa waiver program. And there were a lot of comments saying, I came 8 times, I came 10 times, I did it 3 weeks in a row, no problem. Well, that might be true. You might be able to enter on ESTA. You might be able to enter on ESTA over and over. But the thing you have to understand is all it takes is one crabby CBP official or one flag in your file or one trip too many, and you're not being allowed into the United States. You're not being admitted, and you're getting ESTA revoked, or you're getting your visa revoked because you're trying to stay in the United States for too long, or you're coming here too long. The simple fact is that if you have ESTA, or you have a visit visa to the United States, you are not a green card holder. You're not a citizen. You don't have the right to come and go as you please. You might have a partner here in the United States, and you might come visit that partner, and they might say, hey, baby, let's go to Mexico and have a little trip. Well, if they find you coming back with your lover, and if they figure out that you are here on ESTA or here on a visit visa, they don't have to let you in. And you might have a lot of your belongings in the United States, or you might have made plans inside the United States. Doesn't mean that you get to come back in. So here's the thing to understand. You are not the same as a green card holder. You're not the same as a U.S. citizen. It might start to feel like that. You might have been admitted into the country 20 times. I've had people tell me my mom and dad were able to enter 3 times a year, every year for 8 years. But on the 9th year, somebody said, hey, if you want to keep coming, you need to get a green card. This visa is revoked. And they pretty much have unfettered, complete discretion to do that. So just because there's commenters on our TikTok channel or on this video who say, oh, I got it done. I was able to come 30 times and then I got my green card. That might all be true. But what about all the people who call me or contact me or come on the Immigration Answers show and say, hey, Jim, I got really bad news. I was trying to come through. I've come through many times on ESTA to see my girlfriend, see my wife, see my husband, whatever. But this one last time, the Detroit airport, they wouldn't let me come through. They revoked my visa, or they revoked my ESTA, and they said, I'm going to have to go get a new visa. Well, then what do? Then who's so smart? So I love all these people who don't have law degrees who think that because something happened to them a certain amount of times, that gives them the right or the insight to tell people this is how it is. I'm telling you how it is. And I'm not trying to scare people. I'm not trying to drum up business. I do nothing with visit visas. I do nothing with ESTA. I'm just trying to help people out. I'm just trying to help people understand that if you find yourself in that situation, you might not be so lucky. Your buddy Alfred might have been able to come 20 times from Canada, but on the 21st visit, he might not be let back in. He might get sent back. He might be turned around at the airport in Pearson, and he might just be screwed. So these are the things you have to think about, because my job as an immigration attorney is to think about the worst case scenarios. What's the worst possible thing that can happen? Not, oh, easy peasy, just come on in, because that's not the truth. That's not how it is. And so I'm going to start directing those people to talk to the people who did get excluded from the United States, who weren't allowed to come back to the United States, or who, after many, many visits in, were not granted a final one. And then things get complicated, because then they think you were demonstrating immigrant intent. They think you were not following the terms of your visa. And then things really can get complicated if you have a long-term plan to stay in the United States. So don't think you're so smart. You don't have a law degree. And just because you got in 20, 30, 40 times, I don't care if you never had a problem. That doesn't mean that's the rule. That doesn't mean that's going to happen every single time. So I hope this video makes sense. I hope that if you're thinking about traveling, you keep these things in mind. If you're looking for help, if you're in the United States and you're getting married and you want to file for a green card, or you're overseas and your spouse wants to file for an immigrant visa for you and you need our help, give us a call, 314-961-8200. Email us, info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. Be sure to join us in our Facebook group. It's a free group. It's called Immigrant Home. All you got to do is search for Immigrant Home and we'll let you in. And then we also have our YouTube channel that you can subscribe to. And you can find lots of answers to all of your immigration questions on there. And if you watch my videos and still have questions, you can join us on the Immigration Answer Show, which I do 3 or 4 times a week, trying to answer immigrants' questions for a full hour for free. Thanks so much, and we'll see you there. Bye.